Big up, guys. Big up, guys. Welcome to the buzz. Apologies, it's been delayed this long, but I'm actually here now with it. Obviously, the final day we've had that, the English Premier League final day, and that was Sunday. And it went okay for some teams, more than others. Obviously, with us, we only got the draw in the end, 1-1, when we were again in the lead, and again can never hold on to it. But obviously, we finished 10th. Even if we'd finished 8th, we weren't going to get Europe anyway. As we know, there are different scenarios regarding that, and none of them went our way, especially Chelsea finishing outside the top 5 or 6, whether it was top 6. I think it had to be 7th. For us to do that anyway, to finish 8th, and in Europe, Europa Conference and all that. And anyway, that went to Brighton. They were 8th, of course. So well done to them. Brighton were 8th, Bournemouth 9th, who were above us anyway. So they pretty much deserved it. We got the 10th place anyway. I'm quite happy with it in a way. I don't think Europe would have been good for us. We haven't quite got the squad or the whole good enough players just yet for Europe. Although there's some good news, I hope it's true, what I've been reading regarding Flecken, that he possibly will be going to Bayer Leverkusen. Seems like they're interested in him. I know it's Ten Hag, his manager there, and seems to want him, and he likes it there, obviously. He's got friends there or something, or whatever. He knows people there, and he's interested in going. And I hope that is the case, because he just isn't what we need for the Bees, I'm afraid. And we're now looking at Kim. I can't even pronounce his surname. Kierman Kadeha, something like that, from Liverpool. I don't know if so obviously it's Irish. The first name, Kierman Kadeha, something like that. Anyway, so obviously at Liverpool, looks like he's the top target we're after. I believe he'll only be about 30 mil, which isn't too bad. And, that's pretty good. I think he's the top keeper. And, much better than what we definitely need. He's much better than Flecken. A major upgrade on him. And I hope we get him. I really do. But, I was supposed to be having some guests on. I don't know if they're coming on still or not, but I'm obviously on here now, and apologies for the delay once again. Other things took over, but I'm actually here now, and I want to obviously talk about Brian and Bramo before I get into anything else with this anyway, because obviously the situation that he's obviously could be going, there's sort of a tug of war between a lot of teams. After him, Newcastle now, and of course Man United, and maybe one or two others. But I think they're the main two, United and Newcastle, both interested in him. I believe United have had talks with him, apparently, allegedly. If you can believe any of these papers, whatever they say, you can't always believe them. Load of BS. But yeah, I want to talk. I will talk about one signing we've actually made so far. Okay, I know the transfer window doesn't open until June the 1st, but we made the deal permanent for this guy. I'll just bring him on in a minute. Hold on a minute. I'll bring this up. The deal is permanent for Michael Coyote. Brilliant. I'm glad we've done this. I think it's brilliant. This guy looks class. What I've seen of him, a great right back. He's tall, he's strong, tallish. physical presence, quick, great long throw on him, good going forward, seems very attacking, entertaining, likes to get forward, likes to get involved, and I think that's what we want. Because obviously we've got Rawslef back here now, and hopefully we won't play him. He'll be put off on loan or something or other, or we can send him somewhere. Just don't want him playing. And we got Coyote, so this is brilliant. I'm glad about this, really happy. I'll just read this quickly before we move on. Yeah, Brentford make Coyote deal permanent. Michael Coyote is signed for Brentford from Fiorentina on a 5-year deal with a club option of an additional year. Brilliant. The defender, who initially joined the club on loan in January 2025, has now signed for the Bees permanently. Director of Football Phil Giles, it was an easy decision to make his transfer permanent this summer. An easy decision to make his transfer permanent this summer, exactly. It was a no-brainer. Michael Coyote has signed a 5-year deal with Brentford, with the club having an option to extend his contract by an additional 12 months. Coyote began a half-season loan with the club from Fiorentina in January 2025, which has now been made permanent. After an exciting first 6 months in West London, the 20-year-old has now extended his stay at the club until at least 2030. On signing his new contract, the defender said, I am so excited to extend my stay at Brentford. I have felt so welcome from the first day I arrived at the club, thanks to my teammates and the care the coaching staff have shown me. I wanted to play in the Premier League since I was a child, and it's been so good to do that here. I can't wait for more next season and beyond. Brentford Director of Football Phil Giles added, Michael has been fantastic for us since he arrived in January, not only with regards to his performances, but also in terms of his personality and the energy he has brought to the training ground. It was an easy decision to make his transfer permanent this summer, and we look forward to seeing him back for pre-season in July. Coyote made his Brentford debut as a substitute against Tottenham Hotspurs, before making 5 further appearances off the bench. The Italy under-21s international was then named in Thomas Frank's starting 11 for the first time in the Bees' 4-2 victory over Brighton, which saw him cement his place at right back for the final 6 games of the campaign. He played an influential role in Johan Visser's equalising goal against Arsenal, clipping the ball to the back post for Nathan Collins, who headed to the goal scorer, Johan Visser. Yeah. So incredible, brilliant. Remember that one? That was superb. Visser's 15th of the campaign earns us a point at Arsenal. Yeah. And of course, Coyote was instrumental, as we just said. I just mentioned there. So, before I carry on, I've got a comment here. Red Devil United, which is Rich, isn't it? Yeah, be up to you, Rich. Would a victory have given Brentford European football? No, mate. Not in the end now. I'm afraid it wouldn't. Even if we finished 8th. And really, we would need to beat Fulham. We lost out to them. Lost to them 3-2. So, unfortunately, we were never going to get probably 8th anyway. And as I say, even if we did, we wouldn't have got Europa Conference. So, because unfortunately Chelsea won and didn't finish outside the top 6 in 7 or anything. So, unfortunately, but we got 10th and I'm happy. Europe's not important to me at the moment. I feel, further down the line in the future, Europe may be great, maybe next season, but we got to wait and see how we improve. And obviously with the goalkeeping situation, if that does happen with Flecken, if he does leave and go to Bayer Leverkusen, which I hope, really do, He's not a good enough keeper for us, nowhere near. And we get Kim and Kelleher from Liverpool. That'd be amazing. And we've already signed this guy up, Michael Chiodi, permanently. And I think that's brilliant. We got a proper right back. The thing is, with Hickey being out so long and could be out again, who knows? But, you know, he came back briefly, Hickey. But it'd be good to see him if he does play a lot more next season, gets pre-season in. But we know we got this guy anyway, Michael Chiodi, if he doesn't play. Red Devil United again. What do Brentford do next season? Any players leaving linked? Well, I think you know the main ones. And Bremo could be going to you lot. Although it's possible Newcastle now. That could be more likely, I don't know. But I've got a few articles here. And we'll read them out. We'll go into it and see what is more likely to happen. But obviously, I just finished this article off about Michael Chiodi, and then I'll talk more about Bremo. Be up to you, Warren. Yeah, no worries, man. Bye, Steve. Sorry I'm late. Yeah, no worries, brother. No worries, dude. It's fine. How much for Bremo? I've seen 45, 60 million. Yeah, I would hope more. I saw 65 plus. And I hope it is, because he's great. He's a superb player. Quality, you know. We want to keep him, obviously, but as Thomas Frank has come out and said, we're still a selling club. I don't like that statement, because I don't think we should be. We should be keeping hold of our top players. You know, I really do. I really believe that. If we got any ambition to go further and obviously, you know, get into Europe or whatever, or win a trophy, you know, we should be keeping him, because he's one of our prize assets, along with Visser, of course, and a few others, of course, Damsgaard and one or two others, you know, Norgard. There have been teams interested in them. They've been interested in Norgard and Damsgaard. So, you know, we tied Damsgaard down to a new deal. We probably won't with Brian, because he probably does want to go. Well, I guess so. If he's really is ambitious and wants to win something, I guess he will go elsewhere. I'm not so sure Man United's the right club, and no offence, you know, to United supporters, to you, Rich, or anyone, but I don't think he should go to Man United. Last year, his contract, I think so. I think he's come into it anyway. But, you know, we were talking about trying to sign him up to a new one. He may have already mentioned he might not want to stay. And if that is the case, then he has to go. But we hope not. He should not be for sale. No, I agree. Totally, Warren. But unfortunately, it looks like he is. Any club is a selling club if the price is right. Yeah, exactly. Which is why we want top dollar for him. We want top money, you know. Apologies, guys. I've got to go and do something quickly. I'll be back soon. Apologies, guys. There was some noise going on, so I couldn't obviously carry on with noise going on in the background. Sorry about that. Yeah, I agree he's top quality, but you can't let him leave for nothing. Can you get him to sign a new contract? I wish we could, mate, but I don't think he is going to. Unfortunately, maybe we haven't tried hard enough. Because I want him to stay. I'm sure a lot of the other fans do, because he's just amazing. What a player. He really upgrades our team, being in it, what he can do. And he got 20 goals this season, don't forget, 20 goals. Best season ever. Incredible. Warren's team thought we were a selling club if Bruno wants to leave. Yeah. Well, you want to get top money for him as well, obviously. Well, you're better players. He's done well for you this season. Stood out when a lot of others haven't done it enough. Hasn't been good enough, have they? Many of you other players. So, really, I don't know if you want to tie him down or you're happy to let him go. You'll have to, let me know in the comments. Any player will be sold if the price is right. Exactly. Well, that is true. Yeah, as we know, money talks and BS walks, I'm afraid. So, yeah, that is the thing. But I want to get top money for this guy, He's one of our best players. Him, Visser, and so forth. We want top money. And, we're not going to do hopefully not going to do the Raya thing again like we did with Arsenal. Hopefully that's not going to raise its real ugly head again, something like that, when we let him go there on loan. And they didn't pay it all up straight away. They didn't pay us big money. So, so I thought that was wrong. I hate that with Raya. As much as sometimes he can be a cock-up goalie, I don't think he's as bad as Flecken, nowhere near. And he's been amazing at times for Arsenal this season. Incredible at times, but I still think he comes well out of his goal. He was an outfield player at one stage, so I guess he still feels he is. But if you're a goalie, no, stay in your goal. For me. But he was great for us. Only made maybe a couple of mistakes, if that. Flecken does a lot more mistakes than him. So, really, I want him gone. But anyway, Warren again, I wouldn't let him go for less than 120 mil. Well, I would hope we would want that. But I don't know. I'm not the manager, mate. I'm not anything to do with the club, unfortunately. So I can't say, or I'm not the chairman or the owner or whatever. So I'm not Matthew Benham. So unfortunately, I don't know. But getting back to this, with Coyote then registered his first assist I think I already said that, but anyway, his first, oh no, did I? No, he didn't. I didn't, sorry about this. Gone off this a bit on a tangent. Anyway, Coyote then registered his first assist in the 4-3 win over Manchester United when he squared to Visser, who found the back of the net again. The defender's long throw is also a key part of his game, something which has caused the opposition problems throughout his time at the club. And obviously, I'm going to go into Bomo now, but I think that's brilliant that he's signed permanently. This guy looks class. He really does. Brilliant, Coyote. I think that's a great thing to do. Get him permanently. It was a no-brainer. And we've done accordingly. Anyway, Warren's team talk again. If the Bees can get Kelleher and hold to the players in this current squad, they can get top 6 finish next season. Well, yeah, but that's if we can. I'm not sure we will keep hold of Bramo. Looks more and more likely he's going. So unfortunately, we work maybe without him. We may still keep Visser. That may be something. And we've also got other players come in. Igor Tiago, of course, we got him, who was the replacement for Tony, and got injured and has been injured mostly all season. Terrible injury, knee infection and so forth. So it's not been great. But if he can stay fit and play a whole pre-season, get fit, match fit, and starting next season, getting a few goals for us, be brilliant. Got to see what he can do, what he can produce, full time. Yeah, I agree. We could get top 6, Warren, but I don't know, buddy. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, getting on to Bramo, going to go with the first one. I've got a few articles about this. Well, I'll go to this one first because this is one that, well, seems like it's ongoing, and they've had talks with him. Apparently, held talks with Brian. So I don't know, but I'll read this one out and we'll find out. Brian Bramo to Man United takes huge twist with transfer good to go. It's saying good to go, but you never know. You never know with this, and until you hear it from Fab Romano, you don't know either. When it comes to transfers, he's the man, Fab Romano. If he said it's happening, it's confirmed. It's happening, and he hasn't confirmed any of this. Yeah, the Red Devils are trying to get a deal done for the Brentford forward. Manchester United have been doubt of blowing their pursuit of Brian Bramo, with Newcastle now set to bid for the Brentford forward. So there we go. That's what I was going to go on to. Newcastle apparently trying to buy him as well, and I'd rather see him go there if they're going to pay top money for this guy as well. The full whack for him, bigger money. Then I'd let him go to Newcastle because I'm not so sure you can trust United. They somehow have got money to spend when they said they haven't. So I want to see that money. And, if it is 65 million plus, I definitely want somewhere near 80, 90 for this player myself. Even 100. Someone like Declan Rice, he's 120 odd million, whatever. So is Brian Bramo. Definitely. Anyway, so it appeared the Cameroon international was set to enter talks with United after they reportedly made contact with his club over a potential deal this week. Thomas Frank has also admitted he could be powerless to stop his key man from leaving. If a big money offer was made, Bramo scored 20 times in the Premier League this season, but he's out of contract, there we go, at the end of next season. So he's actually still got a year, by the looks of it, at least. That means the Bees risk losing him without receiving any fee if he is not sold this summer. So really, if that's going to happen, we do want to sell him. We want to get money. We don't want him going on a free. Not a player like him. No way. According to the Telegraph, League Cup winners Newcastle have now emerged as major contenders to sign a 25-year-old. Bramo is said to be part of their plans for an audacious double swoop, with Crystal Palace defender Mark Gahey also a target. Club chiefs are set to have told manager Eddie Howe that the funding is in place and the pursuit of both players is good to go. Brentford reportedly value Bramo at around 50 mil. Well, got to be more than that, please. Come on. That's an insult. 50 mil. It's worth loads more than that. A fee their top flight rivals are prepared to meet. Of course, yeah. Only 50 mil. Well, that's not enough, is it? For me. Newcastle fans have cited the need for a right-sided forward to play alongside Alexander Isak. Howe has now seemingly reacted, having previously played down speculation that the Swedish star will leave St James Park. The North East club could be making their approach at the perfect time. Despite a 1-0 defeat to Everton on Sunday, Howe's side secured Champions League football, a carrot that United are not able to offer. There we go. Man United aren't able to offer it. Oh dear. Yes, that's why I'd rather see him go to Newcastle. But, you know, to be honest, I want to get top money, big money for him. Because otherwise, you know, he can't go. He can't be allowed to leave for less than, I would say, 80, 90 mil, even 100. Be up to you, Paris. Be up to you, bro. Yo. Be up to you, there, brother. Thanks for coming in the live chat. And, Warren, I do not understand why Bramo would want to go to a club that will struggle to stay in the Premier League next season. Exactly, yeah. What he did last season, they were down near the bottom. Man United, almost in danger of being in relegation zone. And weren't we happy about that? That was brilliant to see him struggle and below us. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we haven't got European football, but I still feel we got ambition to win something, win a trophy, you know? The ambition is there. And I don't know when it will be. Hopefully next season, I feel we got a chance to release Carabao Cup, maybe winning that. Maybe with a good run, FA Cup. That's possible. And we could still qualify for Europe. So, you know, there are a few things that are possible there. But he knows if he goes to Newcastle, he's got Champions League football. And he might want to play in that. Might want to test his talents there. His ability there. So, if this man wants to do that, well, ain't a lot we can do. If he wants to go, and that's it. And anyway, as I say, we'd rather get money for him than let him go for nothing. That's for sure. Anyway, I think that was about it. Oh yeah, that's something else. I think. Oh yeah. I'll go to this in a minute. Pick your Premier League team of the season. I'll do that in a minute. Ruben Amorim and club chiefs are also currently tied up in trying to get a deal for Matheus Cunha over the line. The club have reportedly confirmed to Wolves they'll meet his £62.5 million release clause. And given his claims over financial restrictions, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is unlikely to sanction another big deal until sales are made. So maybe, well, they won't get him anyway, I don't think. I think he's more likely to go to Newcastle, looking at this. Brentford manager Frank has already admitted he can definitely understand interest in Bramo. He added, he is at his best age. He has scored 20 goals. I would like to keep him, but we are a selling club. So if someone comes in with the right price, yeah. There we go. Anyway, getting back to this, pick your Premier League team of the season. I'll do this before I go to the other articles about Newcastle. Trying to get him. Anyway, goalkeeper, Matt Sells, David Raya, Jordan Pickford, Allison, Dean Henderson, Emi Martinez as well. some great keepers there, to be quite honest with you. I've always rated Matt Sells. Forest, he looks amazing. Some keeper. Kept a load of clean sheets. Of course, Raya has done well most of the time for Arsenal. Much as I hate to admit it, at times, and he's got an awards. He got awards for best goalkeeping, saves, and clean sheets, whatever. Pickford, I hate him really. I don't like the guy, but I guess he has been really good for Everton. I think he's actually better for England myself, but I still don't like him. I know he will make mistakes. I don't think he's not the tallest. You know, he's dinosaur arms, as we know. For me, no, I wouldn't pick him in that. Alisson, quality, class, and obviously Liverpool. He's with them, and they won the Premier. Henderson, though, was amazing for Palace in that FA Cup. Instrumental in getting them to win that, helping them to win it. Although arguably he could have been sent off in the final, as we know, it was handball. But he stayed there and was great, amazing. So top quality as well in the England squad as well. And Emi Martinez as well. We all know his quality as well. Manny's number one. Yeah, he's brilliant. Okay, was sent off on the final day, but for me, well, the thing is, Alisson did actually concede a few goals. I don't think Liverpool's defence was watertight. So I would say no with Alisson. Dean Henderson did keep a fair amount of clean sheets, I guess. Martinez, I don't know. I would say, for a new one, maybe Sells, I would go with. I think he's kept the most clean sheets out of all of them. Matt Sells. So for me, yeah, I'm going Matt Sells there. I don't know if anyone might disagree or got their own opinion or whatever. Leave a comment there. Yeah. So I'm going with him, Matt Sells. Right centre back. Well, Saliba, quality. I think Konate's susceptible to mistakes, making cock-ups. I think Milenkovic has been brilliant for Forest. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Something happened there, but anyway, more noise. So anyway, yeah. So Milenkovic, great. Sabani for Bournemouth has been superb. Konza, yeah. I don't know. Of course, he was our ex-player, Ezri Konza. I think he hasn't been always outstanding. I think he's made mistakes as well. Not him. Yeah, and Paul Van Hecker, yeah, he's been solid for Brighton. I think he gets away with a lot. He does foul quite a bit. So, really, I'm not a real fan of his. I would say Zabani or Milenkovic or Saliba, of course. Well, got Saliba, his quality. Even with a prick manager, novice manager, don't know what he's doing. He's been amazing, Saliba. So, I'm going to go with another team that's sort of done well and they finished 9th above us, Bournemouth. Had a great season, so I'll go with him, Zabani. For me there, another sort of left field one. Left centre back, well, Van Dijk, amazing. Gabriel, I think it's been superb for Arsenal. Again, playing in a team with that shithead manager and, still got second, of course. So, Huyson, I think, has been great for Bournemouth. I really do. and he's going to Real, of course, now Real Madrid. Dan Burn, well, done really well again in the England squad again. I think Mourinho's superb at Forest, and of course Levi Colwill, who's also in the England squad again, of course. So this is a tough one. It really is. I don't know. I'll say Gabriel, because he has been a rock there, and when he got injured, okay, they stepped up a bit. They were okay. Kirill probably done better. But when you got Gabriel there, well, that's solid, that defence. For Arsenal, so Gabriel, I'm going with there. Again, put your own opinions in, comments, guys, who you think. Left back, I'm going Kirkios has been great. Anthony Robinson, yeah, very good. Guardiola for City, of course. Rate 8 Nori, I rate at Wolves. Very good. Lewis Hall, good. Cucurella, I think the thing with him, he's also scored a few. Cucurella and Chelsea have a fairly solid defence, don't they? I don't concede many. He's been great going forward. I'm going with Cucurella, although I can't stand the guy as well. But, he's been amazing this season. He's a little shithouse, I think. But there we go. Right, central midfield. Graham Burks has been good. Bruno Guimaraes, Carlos Baleba for Brighton, Enzo Fernandez, Chelsea again, Kovacic, Man City, and Norgard. Well, I know I'm going to be biased here. I think Norgard has been great this season. All them have been superb. Graham Birch has been great. I don't like Guimaraes. He's an arsehole and he gets away with a lot, so I won't go with him, even though he's been really good for Newcastle. I would quite rate Baleba at Brighton. I'm a believer in him, to be quite honest. But Enzo, I still think's overrated. Kovacic is not the player he quite was, I don't think, for City. Still good, but not really top-notch anymore. I still think he's decent, but I'm still going to go with Norgard. I think, and actually scored a lot of goals, quite a few goals this season, Norgard. Important goals. So, yeah, I'm going with Norgard. And left central midfield, Alexis McAllister, Declan Rice. Well, it's been amazing, isn't he? Awesome. Rice up for Arsenal. Moises Caicedo, yeah, been great for Chelsea. Tielemans, most of the season has been superb with Villa. Tonali, hate him, kept scoring against us. Another one of those that always scores against us and no one else. So, no, in principle, I'm not going with him. Elliot Anderson has been great as well, also in the England squad. Plays for Forest. I think overall Declan Rice has been amazing. I'm sorry he has. Yeah, whatever we say about the team, the manager, he's been outstanding. So I'm going to go with Declan Rice there. Yeah, and number 10, Morgan Gibbs-White, who I think is great, superb player. Eze, been superb at Palace. Bruno, yeah, done well. Of course, Damsgaard. It's been superb. Cole Palmer went off the boil. Not the same player anymore for Chelsea. And Madison, I think, is overrated. Also got injured and didn't do enough anyway at Spurs. So, for me, it's between Gibbs-White, Eze, and Damsgaard. I've got to say Damsgaard because he's also got the award for us, Player of the Season. And he has been immense. Sorry, so I'm going to go Damsgaard again. I'm going to go another Brentford player. Sorry, guys. Just go to some of these. Warren. Warren saying Tierney at left back, best left back in the world, in my opinion. Despite what that cunt of a manager at Arsenal says. Yeah. We'll see you next Tuesday, I should say. But anyway, I said it anyway, so it don't matter. But anyway, yeah, I agree. And he scored. He scored a goal. Happy for him, made up for him on that last day. You know, amazing. And he's been treated like shit by Arteta. We all know. We all know that. That prick of a manager has treated him really badly. And I'm not surprised he's gone. He's going back to a team that want him, Celtic. You know, top team, Warren, aren't they? Celtic, best, bro. Anyway, yeah, Kai Havertz, Steve. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't want to get into him either. He's a fucking twat, arsehole, cunt. But anyway, you know, you'll love this, Warren. I'm going to do an actual stream about all that. I've got it, going to get it set up. I've got all the players, the list. The players I hate always score against us and no one else. I've got the stream for that, special one. I don't know when I'll be doing it. It'll be fairly soon, probably. Maybe the end of the week. I'm not sure. But I'm definitely getting that sorted out. And it'd be a special about that. Anyway, getting back to this. Yeah, right wing. I suppose you've got to say Salah. But Bramo, yeah, I know I'm going to go almost all the B's players. Jacob Murphy, I thought has been great for Newcastle. Went off the ball a bit lately, though. Not done enough. Bowen, great in a struggling team, West Ham. Semenyo's been superb at Bournemouth. And, of course, Saka, Arsenal. It's a tough one again. I guess I've got to go for Bramo, but it is hard. Salah, of course, you know. Top goal scorer as well, of course. So, I hate to be totally biased, you see, because I am being totally biased. But I'm going to go Bramo. I mean, anyone else can pick someone else if they want. He's been amazing for us and done it for us. 20 goals this season. So, for me, yeah, it's him. And left wing, Mateus Cunha, amazing, but I hate his temperament. He's an arsehole. He kicks off. He does too much shit. For me, that mars what he does. An amazing player, but at times with his skill and ability. But, you know, the temperament is terrible. What he does, kicks off, he's headbutted somebody, punched someone, ripped the glasses off somebody, you know. So, no. Morgan Rogers, I think, is good. Class at Villa. Really classy. Good player. Luis Diaz, of course, Liverpool. Another good player. Oh, Shardy, of course. Kevin Shardy he finished in double figures this season. Alex Iwobi for Fulham. Very good. Quality as well. But Cliver has been amazing, outstanding for Bournemouth. And I'm not going to go with another Brentford player this time with Shardy. As much as he's had a great season and got into double figures, I want to see still more from him. I think he's got another. I want to see more next season, what he can produce. Doesn't always do it in games. Of course, he did get a hat-trick in one of the games against Leicester. But for me, not quite there yet. He is a good player, quality player, got a lot of pace, great spring, heading ability. I just want to see that touch more before I have him. I put him in, you know. Cliver, though, I'm probably going to go with here. I just think he's been amazing for Bournemouth. When he got injured, it was a shame. I think he's been great, and he's great as his dad. You know, his dad was amazing. Patrick Cliver was incredible. What a player. And it shows the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So, with Cliver, with Justin, I mean. Strikers, well, of course, Isaac, for me, or Wood. I think Wood's been amazing. Mateta, pretty good. Visser, of course, 19 goals for us. Haaland, of course, well, at times has been great again. I think recently I hate what he done in the FA Cup, passing responsibility to Mamouche, who's only been there a little while at City, to take that penalty. No. Take responsibility. You bottled it, you prick, wanker. Sorry, that was wrong. Or he could have even given it to De Bruyne. But no, he decided to give it to Mamouche, didn't take it himself, didn't put his hand up, stand up, take responsibility. So no, on that sort of thing, I disagree. Wouldn't have him as in my team. Ollie Watkins, yeah, superb, I guess. I mean, he has scored against us once again. Keeps scoring against us all the time, which I hate as well. Again, on my list. So, no, as much as I love the guy, he's brilliant, a great player, played for us, done great for us, but keeps scoring against us, and I hate that. So I'm going to go with Isak. I think it's been amazing for Newcastle. Quality. Wood's been great as well for Forest, and of course Visser. But I'm going with Isak. And that's it. That's my list there. It's up to you what you think, guys. Well, I see this poll. Let's have a look at the poll. The results. Are they coming up? Yeah. There we go. Right. Sales. Actually, Alisson, 44%. I suppose you could. I mean, he's quality, but I just feel, has he played? There was times he was out and Kelleher played. I don't know. For somebody with, I'd say, playing all the time, consistency level, I went with Sales. You could have gone Raya, of course, as well. I'm glad Pickford only got 6%. Henderson, very low, 10%. I'm surprised. Martinez, only 7%. That's surprising. But yeah, Alisson, you could go. But I just went with Sales. I thought he was amazing for Forest and quality keeper for me. But there you go. Other people disagree. Anyway, right back, Ola Aina, 10%. Daniel Munoz, 18%. Tino Livramento, I thought it was quality. Actually, we didn't do this. I didn't do the right back. I just thought I didn't do it. Anyway, Arnold got 42%, the most. During Timber, 14%. Arsenal, Jed Spence, I thought is good. At Spurs, but only 3%. I would have actually gone, you know what, I would have gone for Munoz here. I think he's great at Palace, I really do. Outstanding. I don't know why I went over this one, I didn't do this one. But anyway, I would have been wrong because they went for TAA, who has been great, amazing, of course. I don't think he's not a defender, let's be honest. Arnold. Anyway, I would have gone for Munoz. Either him or Livramento, really. I think it's quality as well. Anyway, right back, Saliba, 44%. Kanate, 31%. I don't think he's been that amazing. You probably could say you probably should have gone with Saliba, yeah. But anyway, I went with Milenkovic, only got 14%. But then again, I've got my opinions and other people have got theirs. So that's who I went with. Zabani only got 1%, surprisingly. I think he's been great. Konza only 6%, but then I don't think he's that amazing either. So I probably agree. And Jan-Paul Van Hecker only got 4%. But yeah, Saliba, the most. There we go. And of course, left centre-back, I suppose, yeah, Van Dijk, 73%, you've got to say. And they're champions. They won the Premier. But still, Gabriel, only 7%, surprisingly. Hoyson, only 9%. That's also a surprise. Dan Burns, 6%. Murillo, only 3%. That's a shock. Colville, only 2%. Yeah. Left back, Kirkies. I went with Cucurella. Yeah. He was second there with 20%, but Kirkies, 47%. Looks like he's going to Liverpool anyway. Doesn't it? Good player. Great player. Anthony Robinson, only 9%. Guardiola, only 11%, surprisingly. The City, Ryan Aït-Nouri, only 5%. Lewis Hall, only 8%. And, of course, Cucurella, 20%. Right central midfield, Ryan Gravenberch, 55%. Well, yeah. I went for Norgard for us, and he only 3%. I think he's more than that for me. Loads more. But yeah, Gravenberch was immense for Liverpool, 55%. Bruno Guimaraes, 27%. Carlos Belieber, only 2%. Enzo, 9%. Kovacic, 4%. And of course, Norgard, 3%. Left central midfield, McAllister got the most, 43%, actually. And Ole has been great. I don't know. I still think Rice was better. But he got 41%. I went for Caicedo, only 6%, surprisingly. Tielemans, only 3%. Tonali, 6%. I'm glad. Hate him. Really hate him. I'm glad he hasn't got a lot. Elliot Anderson, only 1%, surprisingly. Number 10. Of course, I went for Damsgaard. Only got 1%. Why? How? Only 1% for Damsgaard. It's been incredible this season. His best season ever for us. I'm amazed. Anyway, Gibbs White, only got 17%. Good player. Eze, amazing, 29%. Bruno, 28%. It's been great for United. Yeah, Damsgaard, 1%. Cole Palmer, 22%. And Madison, only 3%, which I agree with. But Damsgaard, 1%. No, come on. Worth more than that. Left wing, Cunha, 38% he got. I went with Cliver and he got 7%, surprisingly. Iwobi, only 4%. Shardy, only 1%. I think it was worth more. But there we go. Yeah, Cunha, 38%. Morgan Rogers, 17%. Luis Diaz, 33%. So they're the top two. Cunha and Diaz. Possibly agree, but yeah, I think Clivert was amazing. Only got 7%. Of course, right wing, Salah, who I did go with, I believe. Yeah, I went with Salah, 81%. Unanimous, really. And Brahma, only 4%. Why? I don't know, again. I still don't get it. Jacob Murphy, 1%. Bowen, 2%. Semenyo, 2%, surprisingly as well. And Bowen, surprising. But Saka only 10% as well. That is a shock. But yeah, Salah, unanimous there. And the striker, Alexander Isak, I said that, 74%. Chris Wood, only 6%, surprisingly. Jovis at 1%? No. Wrong again. Wrong. Jean-Philippe Mateta, 4%. Haaland, only 11%. And Ollie Watkins, only 4%, surprisingly. But there we go. Anyway, let's move on from that. And as I say, get to the Newcastle article here about Bramo. I spent way too long on this other one. And so let's get to this. Sorry about this, guys. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, right, yeah. Newcastle set to make Brentford an offer for Bramo. But actually, no, I'm going to go to this one first. It's saying here, Newcastle United can pit Man United to Brentford forward Brian Bramo if they move swiftly. Newcastle United should be in pole position for Brentford forward and Manchester United target Brian Bramo if they can move swiftly and agree a price with the Bees, according to the Telegraph. The Magpies want to bring the Cameroon international to St James Park, and a fee between 50 million to 60 million is expected to get done. But they face competition from the Red Devils for his services. Newcastle United sporting director Paul Mitchell is determined to make at least one key signing before he steps down at the end of June. And he has not made a first-team signing in the 10 months he has been in charge of recruitment. And landing Bramo would be huge. The North East club wants to sign a right-sided forward and a striker to play alongside Alexander Isak this summer. And the 25-year-old Brentford star fits after weighing in with 20 goals and 7 assists in 38 Premier League appearances this season. Just trying to get rid of that advert, guys. Trying to get rid of that. Anyway, I've done it. 20 goals and 7 assists in 38 Premier League appearances this season. Brilliant. Securing Champions League football for next season is a huge boost for Newcastle, and they need quality depth in attack to impress across all competitions in 2025-26. Bramo played as a right winger and the number 9 for Brentford this term, proving his quality after notching 18 league goals and 14 assists across the 22-23 and 23-24 campaigns. His strengths include taking set pieces, finishing crosses, playing through balls and key passes, and he has what it takes to improve the Magpies in the final third. Finishing 5th and securing a spot in the league phase of the elite European competition means Newcastle will be able to hold on to Isak following his return of 23 Premier League goals this term. And adding Bramo to their attack could help them mount a challenge for the Premier League title next season and going forward. There we go. And this other one with Newcastle, I'll go to that. Sorry, this is a bit slow. Going slow again. The Wi-Fi is shit. Come on. Hurry up. Come on. Do something. Fucking useless. Right. It's just stopped, guys. I don't know. It's just frozen. Apologies. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, there we go. I'm on to it, I think. Yeah. Right. Newcastle set to make Brentford an offer for Bramo. Newcastle are set to make Brentford an offer for Brian Bramo. The France-born Cameroon international turns 26 in August, scored 20 goals for the Bees during another impressive season. Newcastle have long been interested in Bramo and are now expected to table a bid. Manchester United are also interested in him. Bramo is under contract until 2026, but the deal includes an option for Brentford to extend it for another year. He has made 222 appearances for Brentford since being signed from Troyes during the summer of 2019. He has proved to be an excellent signing, playing a key role in the club being promoted to the Premier League and becoming established in the top flight. Meanwhile, Brentford have confirmed the permanent signing of Michael Chiodi. Mentioned, of course, already said about. Brilliant. Superb. Yes, come on. Anyway, so that's who I feel he may go to. Newcastle, I hope he goes to. I would say I think we get the most from them. United aren't in Europe and struggled last season. Why go there? They were below us, well below us. So for me, it's a no-brainer. Newcastle, I'll go. And obviously don't want him to go, but I'd say Newcastle for me. He's going to go to. I hope so. Anyway, let's get to this one. And I'm having trouble with the Wi-Fi at the moment, guys. So that's why it's a bit slow and whatever. Anyway, here we go. Analysis. 20-goal Bramo, the Premier League's biggest XG overperformer. With his close-range finish in Brentford's 1-1 draw with Wolves, Brian Bramo became only the second player after Ivan Toney to score 20 goals in the Premier League season for the Bees. Only Erling Haaland, Alexander Isak and Mohamed Salah have been more prolific this term, while no player has outperformed their expected goals by a bigger margin than the Cameroon international. Brentford finished the 24-25 Premier League campaign with a 1-1 draw at Wolves in a tough game that saw some of the Bees' key performers shine. West Londoners opened the scoring inside the first 20 minutes when Brian Bramo helped win the ball high up the pitch before receiving it back from Christian Norgard to put his side in the lead. That goal was Bramo's 20th of what has arguably been the forward's best year of his career to date. Bramo has now matched Ivan Toney's tally in 22-23, which is the most of any Brentford player in the Premier League season. Those 20 goals also mean that just 3 players have scored more in the top flight this campaign. Erling Haaland 22, Alexander Isak 23, and Mohamed Salah 29. This strike was perhaps one of Bramo's easier finishes this season, with the Cameroonian having netted some remarkable goals, which is why he's the player who has overperformed his total XG the most, plus 7.7 XG, the sign of a super striker. There it is, Brian Bramo, 24-25, appearances 38, goals 20, goals per match 0.53, assists 7, and big chances created 17. Thomas Frank's side had chances to put Wolves away in the first half, but just couldn't find a second, which has been the story for us a lot of the time. We can't finish anymore. We should get more goals, and we don't sometimes, you know. Johan Visser in particular had an effort saved by Jose Sarr. That would have been an excellent goal. Since we've given Bramo his flowers, we should look at Visser's numbers as well. Visser finished just 1 goal behind his strike partner this season, with an impressive tally of 19 in the league. However, unlike Bramo, none of Visser's 19 involved scoring a penalty, and in fact only Salah 20 was responsible for more non-penalty goals. Both Bramo and Visser featured in the top 10 for total combined goals and assists. Bramo finished third with 27, 20 goals, 7 assists, while Visser finished 6th with 23, 19 goals, 4 assists. The pair also were among the top players in goals per 90 minutes, with Visser ranked 5th. Visser ranked 5th, 0.59 goals per 90. And Bramo 8th, 0.53. Yeah, there it is. I can't show that. Obviously, it'll be copyrighted. He's equaling our best ever. There we go. Scoring season. Alongside a strong supporting cast that included Mikael Damsgaard, Kevin Shardy, and Keane Lewis-Potter. Brentford have banged in a team total of 66 goals this season, the highest for the Bees in the Premier League campaign. To put that in perspective, only 4 teams in the league scored more: Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City and Newcastle United. Brentford were unlucky to not clinch all 3 points in Wolves, and they were undone late on after a Route 1 ball was headed down by Jurgen Strand-Larsen into the path of Marshall Munetzi, who provided an excellent finish. It was superb. Nothing even Fleck. Well, Flecken ain't great and a great keeper. And he couldn't get that. Not even a top-class keeper could save it. It's a banger, absolute weldy. But unfortunately, I've had to put Munetzi in my list of players that hadn't scored anywhere else apart from against Brentford. He's another one I've added. We've often kept tally on Mark Flecken's remarkable total number of saves. Yeah, okay. Here we go. This season. And now the big Dutchman finished with a nice, even 150 saves. The most of any player in Europe's top 5 leagues for 24-25. There was nothing you could have done about Munetzi's thunderbolt. Sorry, those stats lie. Lying stats. Lying bullshit for Flecken, I'm sorry. Absolutely. There we go, Warren again. No good running a dog walking service, Steve. No, of course it ain't, mate. I wish it was really funny, but it ain't, is it? Not holding on to a lead. Not good. But what a goal from Unetzi. What an absolute banger. And nothing any keeper would have done with that. Let alone even fucking shitty Flecken. Anyway, a hard-earned point may not have been what Brentford wanted from their trip to Molineux, but their performance showed some of their superb attacking qualities that should leave fans excited for the 25-26 season. And I'm going to go to that report and obviously talk a little bit more about it, and obviously our players, what they've done this season. And also sort of like the table. I also want to do that. So just go to that first, actually, the table, where we finished. And let's get to that. The table, right. And that's where we finished in 10th. There we go, guys, 10th. Still a 10th place finish, top 10 finish. It's brilliant. Whatever. You know, we could have got 8th. We could have got Europe Conference. We could have got that, European Conference. We didn't. And even Brighton didn't get it either. So Bournemouth missed out as well, of course. Forest got Conference, they're 7th. And deserved it, I think, to get into Europe, to be honest. Villa only got Europa League, not Champions League, unfortunately, for them. But Newcastle Champions League, brilliant, in 5th. They deserve it. I'm not sure about Chelsea. I still think they underperformed. Not brilliant. But somehow got 4th. And City, a shit season, still got 3rd. Champions League, missed out on FA Cup and League for a change. They didn't win a trophy, but, you know, Champions League. And Arsenal Champions League, again, trophyless for the Gunners. Well, not bothered about that, are we? Who cares? Who gives a shit? Although a lot of Arsenal fans will, the diehards, the real ones, you know, like Warren in here, the real ones, care. But, you know, Arsenal don't deserve to with that dick manager, prickhead manager. I'm sorry. He's an arsehole. Arrogant arsehole, prickhead. And don't deserve to win anything. And they got Champions League again. But so what? And Liverpool are champions, of course. And deservedly so. 84 points, Arsenal 74, City 71, Chelsea 69, Newcastle 66. Then Villa 6th, 66, Forest 7th, 65. And Brighton, of course, 8th with 61, Bournemouth 9th with 56. And then us, the Bees, 10th with 56. 116, drawn 8 and lost 14. I think we lost more. I don't know. Last season we lost more. But I think we lost more than we did in the first 2 or 3 seasons. Because when we first come up, we didn't concede many. We didn't lose many, I'm sorry, But we also didn't concede a lot. And I think that's probably, after last season, our 3rd worst season for losing games. Obviously, the first was last season. Maybe the second, this will be our 2nd worst. The first 2 seasons, we didn't lose as much. We didn't lose, I think we lost about 10 or 11, 12 games maybe. So, yeah, that's pretty good in a way. We scored 66 goals, as we say, brilliant, and conceded 57. Probably conceded more than probably the first couple of seasons. Less than last season, I think. But yeah, Yeah, not bad though. We did get 10th. Finished above Fulham. Take that all day. West London rivals there, Fulham, and Palace as well, London rivals. Finished above them. FA Cup winners, of course, but finished above them. Fulham got 54 points there. Palace, in 11th. Palace 12th with 53. Everton 13th with 48. West Ham 14th with 43. Man United 15th with 42. Wolves 16th with 42. And also, don't forget, United missed out on the Europa League. Oh dear. Come on, Tottenham. The old Spuds, eh? They beat you. Oh dear. And then there was them saying, "Oh look, we're putting all our eggs in the European basket, winning Europa League, and we filled a second 11 against Brentford, a weaker team, and disrespected us. We beat them 4-3. They still disrespected us and said, "Well, no, we're thinking of Europe. Our eyes are on Europe. We've got bigger fish to fry." But you didn't. You didn't fry them at all. You got fried in the end. So no, sorry, United, you're full of shit. Anyway, yeah, Wolves 16th with 42. Of course, drew with us on the last day. Safe, of course, for another season. And Spurs 17th. Oh dear, all the way down there with 38 points. Yes, Europa League winners, so congrats to them. And I say congrats to Palace for winning the FA Cup. And, of course, Newcastle for the Carabao Cup. Brilliant. But anyway, yeah, Spurs right down there, 17th with 38 points. Oh, dear. How bad was that? And Leicester, of course, very bad, 18th, gone down 25 points in relegation, terrible. Ipswich, 19th with 22, disappointing, but came too soon for them anyway. Premier came too soon. Could have done with another season in the Championship, really. Leicester did them, and then were a bit disappointing, but Southampton were the worst, of course, right at the bottom, 20th with 12. Didn't finish level with, I think it was Derby, yeah. Got 11, so not the worst. So I suppose they went down knowing it wasn't the worst. They got 12 points. So, yeah. But they were the worst team in the Premier. That says it all, right at the bottom there. Anyway, let's get to back to this. Back to the match report. And here we go. Here's the match report for the 1-1. Wolves 1, Bees 1. Brian Bramo was on target as Brentford concluded their 24-25 Premier League campaign with a 1-1 draw at Wolves. The Bees led at the break thanks to Bramo's 20th goal of the season, but Marshall Munetzi's unstoppable strike earned Wolves a share of the spoils on the final day. Frank named an unchanged starting 11, while defender Aaron Hickey returned to a matchday squad for the first time since October 2023. Brilliant. About time. Following an uneventful opening, Mark Flecken made the first save on 10 minutes. Nelson Semedo, under pressure from Keane Lewis-Potter, lifted in a cross from the right, and Matheus Cunha's header was comfortably held by the Bees keeper. Rayan Aït-Nouri's delivery from the opposite flank was glanced wide by Gonzalo Guedes, and Munetzi and Semedo's efforts lacked the conviction to trouble Flecken. Having soaked up some early pressure, Brentford delivered the first blow. Just moments after Jose Sarr had dropped to his right to save Kevin Shardy's well-struck shot, Aït-Nouri surrendered possession on the edge of his own area, and Johan Visser's low drive was blocked by Manuel Agbadu. The ball dropped kindly for Christian Norgard inside the 6-yard box, and the Brentford captain selflessly squared for Bremo, who steered home at the first time of asking. In doing so, the Cameroon international became only the second player after Ivan Toney to score 20 goals in the Premier League season for the Bees. Yes. As the game reached the half hour, Cunha's speculative effort was pounced upon by Flecken. At the other end, Shardy met Lewis Potter's cross from the left with a cushioned header, which was saved by Sarr. Lewis Potter then passed up a big chance for his own. Mikael Damsgaard began a blistering counter-attack, and Visser, having waited for reinforcements, fed the overlapping fullback on the left side of the box. The former Hull City man lifted over the advancing Sarr and onto the roof of the net. Cunha and Andre both tried their luck from distance. The first effort was held by Flecken, and the second sailed over the crossbar, while Visser plucked the ball out of the air with a sublime first touch and saw his close-range shot smothered by Sarr. Semedo's swerving strike from the edge of the box was brilliantly pushed around the post by Flecken to conclude an entertaining first half at Molineux. Both sides returned from the half-time break with purpose and intensity. Aït-Nouri forced Flecken into another smart stop, and Visser found the side netting after some superb combination play with Bremo. Cunha's in-swinging corner was headed narrowly wide by Matt Doherty before Gradis spurned a huge opportunity to level for Wolves. Semedo's delivery from the right found the striker in plenty of space, but he dragged wide of Flecken's right post from 12 yards. Norgard tested Sarr with a long-range effort, then Rodrigo Gomez shot high and wide as the two teams continued to trade chances. Wolves were not to be denied an equaliser. Jorgen Strand-Larsen flicked a long kick forward into the path of Munetzi, and the midfielder blasted beyond Flecken and into the top corner from 20 yards. Matthias Jensen's deep corner was met by Nathan Collins in the 5th minute of stoppage time, but substitute goalkeeper Tom King made a crucial claim. The result at Molineux meant that Thomas Frank's side ended a highly impressive Premier League campaign in 10th. Frank, we should have killed the game off. Yeah, should have done. Head coach Thomas Frank gave his thoughts on the Bees' final game of the season at Molineux. Overall, we played a fine game, he said. First half, we were really good. We looked dangerous going forward. We created a great goal, a top chance for Keane Lewis Potter and other situations. We probably should have killed the game off. Frank continued, second half, it was a little bit more even. There were some situations for Wolves, and then they scored a goal. I'd like to avoid conceding. I think we did enough to edge it. Hold on a minute. I've got to sort out the power here. Sorry, guys. Hold on a minute. It's gone low. Wait a minute. Can't see the screen properly. There we go. Sorted that, guys. I'm I'm back. I'll just do this. I'll do the rest of it later, guys. I'm just going to finish this about Brentford, and then I'm going to do the other stuff later, the Premier League results and stuff. So I'll come back later on, probably around 6:30, 7 o'clock, to do the rest of this. But I'll just finish this off, and then I'm going to obviously talk about the other games. But I'll come back later. But anyway, I'll finish this off. Yeah, Warren there. Sorry, mate, I have to go. No worries, bro. No worries, man. Take care. Have a good one. Might see you later if you're available. I'm going to finish this off later. Do a part 2 of this because I want to get something to eat and stuff myself and things. So I'll just finish this off. Right, we probably should have killed the game off. Yeah. Overall, we played a fine game, he said. Yeah, first half we were really, really good. We looked dangerous going forward. We created a great goal. Top chance for Keane Lewis Potter, another good situations. We probably should have killed the game off, yeah. Frank continues, second half, it was a little bit more even. There were some situations for Wolves, and then they scored a goal. I would like to avoid conceding. I've read all this, really. I think we did enough to edge it, but I don't think a draw was a completely unfair result today. Yeah, I already read that about Bramo and Johan Visser. Yeah, so it actually says here, Brentford forward Brian Bramo discussed hitting 20 Premier League goals as well as the trio of him, Johan Visser and Kevin Shardy, reaching 50 as a collective. I was really happy. I think my celebration showed it, he said. But before that, I think the team did a great job. They helped me a lot this season to score those goals. Without them, I don't think I would have been able to do it. On his relationship with his fellow forwards, Bramo added, everyone speaks about me and Visser, but Kev deserves a lot of praise. He didn't play a lot when he first joined due to injuries and stuff, but the way he has stepped up this season has been unbelievable. He has scored a lot of goals, he is improving a lot, and I think next season he's going to be amazing again. Yeah, hope so. Anyway, I'm going to go to the team. What we finished with. Hold on a minute. Trying to get to that last game. Hold on a minute, guys. It's just this Wi-Fi shit at the moment. Slow again. Anyway, here we go. Getting there eventually. Wolves 1, Brentford 1. Yeah. And here we go. Yeah, Flecken. We finished unchanged again, by the way, guys. I think for the fourth or fifth game running, we were unchanged. And Flecken in goal, of course. And hopefully he'll be gone next season. Don't want him here. He's not good enough. You know, buyer, please get him. Please sign him. He wants to go, I think. So let him go there. He's just not good enough for Brentford. Let's get Keller in, or anyone else. I know we've got a list of them, a few other goalies. So anyone better than this guy, please. Please. Come on. Coyote was amazing, and we signed him permanently. And that's a brilliant deal. Superb. And I know he come in, towards nearer the end of the season. But he's been amazing. Incredible. What a signing. And permanently now. Initially on loan, but now permanently. Lewis Potter's been amazing. Left wing back. What a season. Incredible season. I hope for more from him. We signed him up to a longer deal. And hopefully he'll produce again next season as well. I think he's been superb. Not really a left wing back, but he's played there and been amazing. And, generally left winger, left-sided player. midfielder. But he's there, and he's been amazing. Yarmuluk, I thought, has had a decent season, the young man. Could only get better, I think. Ukrainian under-21 international and so forth. And I think maybe could get a senior place in the Ukrainian team. Possible. Yeah, I think he's good enough. Collins has been, what a season, amazing signing. When he first come, wasn't sure. He struggled a lot. But this season, he's been incredible, immense at the back. Sort of the spine there. I mean, a lot of the others have almost not been incredible. Some of the other defenders, of course, we've had Rorsleff at right back some of the season again. And he's not good enough. We all know that. He's not good enough for the Premier, let alone us. And then, of course, we've also had, who else did we have at centre-back? Well, of course, we've got Vandenberg now. I'm still not sure about him. I'm not sold on this guy yet. 50-50. Guy from Liverpool. I'd like to see him have a pre-season and a full season next season to really see if he's good enough. I'm still not sure. We got him from Liverpool. I know he's played pretty much the rest of the season. Hasn't been dropped as much. So he's played okay at times, but still made mistakes. I think he makes mistakes still. I just don't think he's quite up to it yet. But we'll see next season. Hopefully more from him then. And, of course, we had Pinnock, of course, and I think he's the first choice for me, centre-back, along with Collins. Also, me was there. But I think he's now more a squad player than me. He's not up to it now. He's coming to the end of his career pretty much. Could do a good job elsewhere, I think. Either in the Premier, maybe, or lower down, maybe Championship, League One. Maybe I think he is going to go. I think we're going to sell him. But yeah, for me, Collins and Pinnock are the top centre-backs for me. Aya also will, I don't know, I think he's been a bit dodgy at times this season, Aya. I think he's been amazing most of the time for us, most of the last 2 or 3 years, 4 years, whatever, or more. He's been amazing. But recently, he looked dodgy. Maybe his time's coming to go. Or he might just be a squad player anyway. Who knows? I think Coyote will cement the right back. Although, of course, Aya can play anywhere along the back for the back line. So maybe he's still there. We still need him, utility player. So, yeah, keep hold of him, I guess. Of course, we know Rico Henry and Aaron Hickey, both out still, right and left backs. But, they are coming back. I'm sure we'll have them maybe for next season. They'll play a bit more of a part, more of a role next season, I hope. There are, our first choice right and left backs, Hickey and Henry. So, yeah, anyway, and getting to Norgard has been incredible. What a season for our captain. He's been superb, scored a few goals, and been immense again in that midfield. Couldn't do without him, I think. And we tied him down, I believe, to a new deal. So, yeah, amazing. Damsgaard also, we signed him up, kept him here, kept him in the club. And I think he's great. What season? Best season ever. He's been incredible. And rightly so. Got player of the season for us. Amazing stuff. Bramo, well, what can we say about Brian Bramo? Some player. On the radar of a lot of clubs now, Newcastle, of course, Man United, and so forth. There are other clubs as well. I think Arsenal were interested, maybe, at one stage. Spurs, So there are definitely plenty of teams after him. want him to stay, but I don't think he will. But 20 goals for the season, absolutely amazing. Incredible, awesome. And okay, Luca, no worries, bro. Thanks for coming in anyway. Live chat, no worries, man. Hi, sorry I couldn't join. I'm going live now. No problem, man. No problem, bro. Hope it goes well, your stream. I might try and join that bit later on when I finish this, but I might go on, might come in the live chat or something. Anyway, mate, have a good one. Bramo, we got to keep him really, but I don't think we will. And we got to sell him before we can't let him go on a free. We got to get money. So that's going to be a lot of my streams now coming up. It'll be about him, I think, where he's going, and other transfers. Hopefully, the Flecken to Bayer Leverkusen will go ahead, and hopefully we get Kelleher and more. Hopefully, there's more transfers on the way. Players coming in rather than going out. So Visser, also brilliant. 19 goals. Him and Bramo have been incredible. What a partnership. What a duo. They know each other off by heart. They've been an amazing partnership. It could be broken up. We may still keep Visser anyway. I hope so, but we'll see. But both have been amazing. Great season for both of them. And got us up to where we are, I think. All of these. Shardy as well. What a season for him, this guy, you know. First 2 seasons we had him on loan, done nothing much. But I think the next 2, obviously, got him permanently. And this season, I think got 11 or 12 goals. So, been absolutely amazing. Incredible. And be interesting to see what he can produce next season. He's got pace, spring, great heading ability. He looks a total player, a baller. Along with Visser and Bramo, total ballers, and Damsgaard as well, total baller. And as I say there, maybe kept utility player for me, should be kept. Pinnock, definitely got to be kept. Quality still. One of our best defenders. I think he's had an injury hit season or not been totally fit this season. When he has played, not enough. So, Jensen got to be kept. Quality in midfield has had an in and out season. Again, not totally fit at times. Been in and out, but quality definitely got to keep him. Valdemarson maybe a backup keeper eventually. Could produce, could come on more, could play more, but maybe number 2 to Kelleher. If that happens, if we sign him, Konak, I think it's a good young player. Want to see more of him next season. Hasn't played enough. Let's hope we see more of him next season, though. And Nunez as well, another good young player. Quality, these 2. You know, supposed to be wonder kids. You know, quality players. So, want to see more from them. Let's see them play more often next season. Why not? And Henry, of course, he's back. Fitness, our proper left back, quality left back, quick, goes up and down the flank, gets crosses in, quick, reads the ball, reads the interceptions and tackling, quality. But he's just not been fit. If only we could keep him fit, that would be incredible. Next season, maybe. Who knows? But he's an amazing player, Rico Henry. And I kept saying he will be an England player one day if he can stay fit. I really do. Really think that. And Igor Thiago, no one needs to stay fit. Our Tony replacement hasn't been fit at all this season. Played once, if that, once or twice, and not fit enough. We get him fit and firing next season, probably will be some goals. I hope we want to see more what this guy can do. And Aaron Hickey, as I say, needs to play. He's quality, an excellent right back, Scottish international. And like Rico Henry, you know, needs to be playing. Both superb. Our first choice, right and left back, really. Anyway, let's go into Wolves team. Then I'm going to sort of do a player ratings for this, and then I'm going to bounce and do the rest later on, guys. So Wolves, in goal, Jose Sarr, Nelson Semedo, Ait Nouri, Totti Gomez, Agbadou, Doherty, Andre, Chao Gomez, Gonçalo Guedes, Munetsi, who scored, of course, Mateus Cunha, and the subs, Marnie, Wang Hee-chan, Bueno, Bellegarde, Breno came on for Munetsi, he came on for Munetsi, he went off, of course. In the 87th, Bellegarde came on for Doherty in the 87th. Rodrigo Gomez came on for Ait Nouri in the 65th. Strand Larson on for Guedes in the 65th. Pedro Lima, not used. Sarabia, not used. King came on for Jose Sarr in the 91st. And for the Bees, of course, in the subs, Aya came on for Coyote again, as usual, in the 86th minute. Why they keep taking him off, I don't know. Coyote, not sure. Pinnock wasn't used. Jensen came on for Damsgaard the 80th minute. Valdemarson, Konak, Nunez, Henry, not used. Thiago came on for Shardy in the 80th minute. And Hickey, not used, of course. And so the player ratings, Flecken, not a lot he could do about the goal. I don't want the guy here, I'm sorry. But, okay, couldn't do a lot with the goal. Otherwise, he was okay. I'm going to give him a 7. Despite it all, I still don't think he's right for the club, but yeah, 7. Coyote, brilliant again. Quality, give him an 8. 8 for me. Lewis Potter, an 8. Really good. Yarmulke, 7. Not quite at it, but still good. Collins, amazing. 9. I'm going to give him a 9. Vandenberg, okay. 7. Norgard, 9. Damsgaard, a 9. I think amazing. The Bramo, I'm going to give a 10. Superb. He's been great all season and scored again. And Visser, a 9 for me. Bramo, man of the match, by the way. Shardy, yeah, I'm going to give him an 8. Sorry, a 9, actually. Give him a 9. Superb. Aya, only give him about a 5. Didn't have much to do when he came on. Jensen, I'll give him a 7. Done all right coming on. Valdemars and Konak, none of them used. Thiago couldn't do a lot and didn't seem to do a lot. 5. Come on for Shardy. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's it for the time being. Yeah, I thought it was a good season overall. Getting 10th, yeah, we could have had better. We could have got Europe, but it still wouldn't have been good enough. I don't think we're quite a European team just yet. We haven't quite got the squad or players just yet. And 10th is right for me. I think it's just about right. Anyway, thanks to all the people, all the ones in the live chat, all the guys that were in there. Rich there, Red Devil United. Warren's Team Talk. Stepsy was there earlier. They don't say his name there. Was he? No, sorry, he wasn't. What am I talking about? He was in the cricket one. Sorry about that, guys. He was going to be on today. So was Warren and maybe Luca, but obviously they weren't able to in the end. Other commitments and so forth. Thanks to Paris and Luca, as I said. Thanks to all them guys. Follow me on Insta, Mr. B for Life 182, and subscribe to Mr. B Hyper Football Chat. And Mr. B Chats England Cricket. Plenty more content. I've done a lot of cricket streams now. Plenty more football. I'm going to continue this, do part 2 later on, talking about the Premier League, Liverpool, and the rest, of course. That'll be later. But anyway, guys, I'm going to bounce. Going to get something to eat and stuff. So thanks for joining. Thanks for watching on playback and live chat. Please keep smashing the likes and subbing. I'm on 129 now, I believe. maybe 130. But yeah, it's all going good. And thanks to you guys for your support as usual. But I'm going to bounce. So cheers, guys. Thanks for that. See you later on with the next one. Cheers, guys. Thanks, everyone. Bye.